Go on mute real fast. Welcome to the 7th Tribal Council of T-Viber. Recently, just as of a couple minutes ago, Queen Ween was sent packing in a vote to 5 to 1 to 1. Other than that, if you watched the other one, you got the recap there, so I'm not going to do it. And we're just going to hop right into questions. I'm going to start with ladies. We'll do ladies first, and then we'll do older ladies first, and we'll start with Kendall. Kendall.
Hey.
Hey, so now that you've gotten some time, I think last time I asked you a question, it was you were new to Tengage and how was your experience? Now that you've gotten some time to be accustomed to the game and kind of get into the game, how do you think things are going for you, and where's your head at tonight?
I think things are going okay. Like, obviously, I've heard my name back and forth between not necessarily this tribe, but the last tribe swap was kind of like nerve-wracking. Tonight, as always, just be prepared for whatever, and anything could honestly happen.
All right. So Nick, I'll put your picture up on the screen. So you, correct me if I'm wrong, you won the little immunity.
I did.
Do you think it was vital that you needed to win it tonight?
I think coming fresh into a tribe swap, I think it was definitely vital, just because, yes, I may have been on a tribe with some of these people beforehand, but this is still a new tribe. It's a new tribe dynamic. My name could have gotten brought up had I not won that immunity, and I could have been going home tonight. So I definitely think it was vital.
All right. Ashley, I said ladies first, and I forgot you. So my question for you is, Nick said that he's been on a tribe with some of these people before. Do you think coming into this boat that pre-existing alliances from other tribes are going to play like a huge factor? Or since y'all have been a tribe, have y'all kind of just communicated differently regardless of what your past tribes were?
I feel, of course, like people from different like tribes or on tribes before have like a connection, like they know each other, while some people are just like starting to like form connections. I don't know, like it can depend. Like some connections can be like really strong real quick, but some connections can be like stronger over time. It kind of depends on the person.
And where do you think those connections leave you tonight?
I don't really know. I haven't been on a tribe with like, I don't know how many of these people, like 3 or 4 of these, maybe, I think 3 of these people I have been on a tribe with. So I don't know.
All right. So Billy, what is now going closer as we get deeper and deeper in the game, the reasons for voting people off start to change. So from your personal opinion, how do you think people are reasoning their votes right now, or potentially will be reasoning their votes going deeper into the game? Do you think people are looking at who's a threat in the end, who's a threat personally to them, who's a threat because they might have numbers?
Right now, I think we're at a stage where people are looking more like strategically, like how do I get myself to the merge? I think that's everyone's kind of mindset right now. I don't think we're looking around like, oh, this person didn't show up to the challenge, or this person submitted a low stack score or something like that. I think we're past the point of caring too much about tribal like immunity challenges. If anything, like if you do well in a challenge, like people would target you.
I guess ask a follow-up question, because I didn't ask about tribe challenge scores. I was trying to get a opinion, or how do you think how you said strategically, there's many different, I guess, aspects of what strategy is. Like I said, are people just voting, okay, let me get to merge regardless of who's there? Are people like, okay, I need to get to merge with these people? Are people seen as a threat as a group if they reach the merge stage?
I think everyone's just thinking, get me to merge any way I can. Or maybe I'm just speaking for myself when I say that. I don't think anyone's really looking too deep into the game yet, because there's still 13 people left, which on a normal season is like day 5.
Yeah.
So we still have a lot of game left to play, and a lot of things change at merge, especially because it's 10 gauge and alliances change so fast and people flip more often than in real Survivor. So that's where my thought process is. Maybe people feel differently, but that's just where I'm at.
All right, Eli.
Yeah.
He just said that 10 gauge alliances change fast, and that's the truth. They change faster than real Survivor. Do you feel like that's how this game is going to be? Maybe not necessarily alliances, but a bunch of different voting blocks, or do you already see certain alliances forming?
No, I feel like
Sorry, I had to sneeze. Thank you.
I feel like every single role, there's going to be a different group or different alliance that votes together. I don't feel like one group is just going to run the game.
All right, so it's, you see like every vote it shakes up, and it's not like one specific group can kind of controlling things. It's like every tribal is different. All right.
Yeah.
So, Eric.
Yeah.
Do you first agree with
Hi.
Eli's statement of everything is there's no real alliances and everything at each tribal is kind of different and it shakes up a lot?
Well, I think there's been multiple tribal councils where some people think that something is going to happen, and then the exact opposite happens, and then the person that no one thinks is going home goes home. For example, with the Gene vote, for example, with the Brandon vote, for example, with the Yoshi vote, no one thought that they were going to go home until you're going home has happened. So yes, I do agree with Eli that, you know, it has been unpredictable, but at the same time, I do think alliances have been formed on different tribes. I mean, it's Survivor. Of course, there's alliances.
All right, so Will, a question for you is, Eric said that out of a bunch of different tribals, no one knew who was going home until that person went home. So my question is, on each one of those votes, unless an idol was played, I don't know, multiple people had to know that the person was going home because they voted them and they voted in the majority. Do you find it's crucial if things are actually shaking up to identify those people who are able to keep voting in majority in situations like that? Because in my season, I saw that the most dangerous people were the ones actively participating in multiple blind sides. Do you think people are kind of looking in on who's in on those blind sides or who's in on those votes as potential players that are controlling the game?
Yeah, for sure. Eventually, like that group of people, if you're not part of that group, eventually they're going to target you. So it's important to like figure out who has the most bonds with the people in this game and how like they're picking people off one by one. So it's definitely important.
All right, Marcus. Hello. Are you there?
Hello.
Hello. So you're known as someone on Tengage that's pretty outspoken.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like there's a bunch of outspoken people in this game, or do you feel like there's a lot of people that don't really speak their mind and try to keep what they're thinking or what's going on behind the scenes for them on the low key?
So what I think is basically at the moment, I'm sort of like, you know, visiting my mother at the grave because everybody seems to be very dead. This cast is very quiet, very funeral tease on that ass, hon. But I would say that this is totally different. I feel like people are not really being outspoken. People are just throwing little hints at stuff. They're not, you know, spilling the tea. But I caught on to the tea earlier. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of people aren't really spilling the tea. So I would say that it's definitely different compared to how people are on Tengage, where they just say Blase Swan, all of that. So
so I'm gonna go back to, I guess we're gonna do another round of questions because we've only done this for 9 minutes. So Billy,
Yep.
Marcus said that not a lot of people are outspoken and that some people are going behind and kind of dropping hints at stuff. For my season, all the votes were kind of determined within the last hour and a half of before we went to tribal. We never really communicated once we knew until like we had to communicate at the last second, and then everyone was kind of scrambling for a vote. Is this season kind of repeating that, or are people talking about votes way in advance, like 24 hours? 2 days, as soon as you know you're going to tribal, do people start strategizing about the vote?
It's been, people start way ahead of time and then plans change like 7 times. Like think about like when you join stars and people make counters for 16th 5 minutes in, and then like 7 people claim that they were counters for 16th. That's kind of how this game's been played. And then in the last hour, I've been a part of 2. This is my 3rd tribal that I've been a part of. My first one, it was chaos right before, like a couple hours before tribal, but I wasn't there the last like 3 hours before. And then the Yoshi vote was determined like 16 hours ahead of the tribal. So from my perspective, it's been hit or miss. Sometimes it's scrambling, sometimes it's not. But fucking, I don't know. There was some scrambling this tribal, so anything could happen in this one. But as far as overall in the game, it's been hit or miss. It hasn't been everybody waits till 5 minutes before tribal to talk about the vote.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tito really needs to keep his name out of my mouth and really needs to get in his place. That's all I wanted to say.
So Kendall. Hey, Kendall, once again. So in situations where you have to scramble, how have you had to scramble yet? And if you have been in situations when you have to scramble, how do you approach that if this game, if like you said, it can change on a dime and at any second you could be the one voting off? What steps do you take to prevent that from happening?
Wait, was that to me?
Yes, that was to you.
Okay, that's what I thought, so I listened. Okay, so honestly, I haven't really had a scramble, really. Like, everything's been very thought out, played out. Like, people know what they're doing. People know who, like, what they're doing. And wait, what was the other part of the question?
Well, since you can't answer it since you haven't had to scramble. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had to scramble or anything, really.
All right, so once again, it's time for me to bring this up. It's my favorite topic, and it's the topic of hidden immunity idols. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe one has been played yet.
None have been played, but
none have been played, and I won't assume that y'all are dumb and believe that none have been found. I believe that you all are quite aware that some have been found. I don't even know if anyone has one, and I can probably assure you multiple have been found. So with that, and now we're moving to merge. Having idols in a tribal dynamic is a little bit different than having idols in a merge dynamic. In a tribal, you can kind of track them. You know who has an idol on your tribe. However, with all these tribe swaps and all these potential idols, there could be a large amount of idols in the game, and going forward to merge, if you don't have one of those idols, you can be put at a very disadvantage, because at any second, one could be played, two could be played, three could be played, you don't fucking know, and then you're gone. So my question is, once again, are y'all factoring your vote based on idols? Have there been any talk about who has an idol? Was anyone like to spill tea on anyone that they think has an idol?
I know a certain someone who tried to cross tribe into our chat today. Definitely has an idol. They got exposed to that. They've been outed. I've been public about it.
Who was that person?
It's fucking Leia. Everybody knows Leia has an idol. She found the Dreamettes idol on day one, and then had to ask people how an idol was played.
Okay. So there's one idol.
I love you, Ben.
Someone had to say it. Everyone knows it. Someone had to say it.
Ashley. So we have one idol found. Approximately, though we can't confirm. I cannot confirm or deny. But according to Billy, Leia has an idol. Do you know of any more idols that have been found?
No, not really. I haven't really heard much words. Some people, I don't know, some people are kind of just like saying like, oh, this person has an idol. Like, I heard Lauren has an idol. Some people told me not.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, I was told that was the Dreamettes idol, and if Leia
That was
has it.
Tyler who was saying that Lauren had an idol for the record.
Oh, then
So
I guess that was wrong.
I wouldn't trust that.
All right, so
I guess that was
Eli. It seems like every time, I almost want to kind of like shake some life into every tribal council, all you people, because it seems like every time there's talk about people having idols, and there's talk about multiple people having idols, and no one is that concerned when I don't know how many people are left, but you can merge at 13, you can merge at 12, you can merge at 10, you can merge at 11. If there's multiple idols in that scenario, it can be very dangerous for every single person in this game. Take it from me, I got idled out in my season. So like, it seems to me that people aren't that perplexed right now about the idols. Is that an accurate assumption, or are people perplexed behind the scenes, and when they come to tribal, they try to keep a calm face on?
Yeah, I feel like it's more behind the scenes.
Okay.
I feel like at tribal, no one is gonna say like, "Oh yeah, I think this person has an idol," because no one really wants to do that. So yeah.
Speak for
it's more behind
yourself.
the scenes. Well, besides Billy, but
Of course,
Leah's
it's a
not
damn
even-
idol. It's Survivor.
Leah's not even here, so yeah.
I mean, I'm not factoring Leia's idol into this vote if that's what people are asking, but
Oh, no, I'm not either. I'm just saying, of course, there's idols. People have them.
All right, and then if we've come to the decision that, of course, there are idols, my last question before I give you a chance to do your little shout outs and I freeze the votes and you have 5 minutes and stuff. Like, how do you protect yourself? I mean, especially if right now there's still a large number of people left, so anyone can have one and you don't know who can have one. How do you go about making sure that at the end of it all, after all the idols are played, you're still in the game? Anyone?
you make sure the votes aren't on you.
Right.
If no one writes your name down, you can't go home unless you pull
Not
rocks.
true.
Unless you pull
but-
rocks.
Marcus?
Well, let's just say that tonight's gonna be interesting. I think we might just go to rocks. Maybe an idol will be played. Let's see. But I'm ready to get into this vote, mama. Let's get into this gig, honey.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to add before I let you have 5 minutes to change your votes? This is not the time for shout outs.
I think if what you're saying is what I'm progressing, I think that people could potentially use an idol as like a state of protection, like, oh, well, you can't vote me out because I have this idol, and if I play it, one of your allies goes home. That could be a case. Or people could be paranoid and also just
We missed
Yeah.
everything you said there. Or I'm
Yeah, I didn't
really
hear a
hard.
single thing. You're gonna have to repeat
No, I
from.
heard it.
Oh, okay. I guess it was my Google Hangout.
I didn't
one
get it
second.
either.
Let me plug in my headphones.
I didn't hear it either.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Well,
Okay, can you guys hear me
Josh
now?
didn't hear it, then the whole public didn't hear
I
it.
can hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, so you'll have to repeat.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so what I said was, if I feel like there's two really secure ways that people could play idols, and I've seen how people played idols in the past. The first way is either like, oh, I have this idol and you can't vote me out. You can't vote for me because I have this, and if I do play it, like let me put it this way. If, let's say I have the idol, I don't, but I'm just saying, like, and they want to vote me out, I could be like, oh, well, if you vote for me, one of your allies goes home. That's another one way you could do it. And then the second way is like being paranoid and just playing it and wasting it. So I think that if someone's gonna play an idol tonight, I don't know,
Right, I guess-
one of those two scenarios could happen.
I guess I have one more last question, and it kind of stems from I just recently played a idol in a Survivor game I was in, and it's just because I was getting fishy feelings and I wasn't certain about the vote. Turns out 4 bitches voted for me, and I made sure I didn't go home. So for your idea of how you play an idol, what do you think will trigger people potentially to play their idols? Do you think people are going to play them? Deshaun played his for his allies. Do you think people are going to play them just for themselves? Do you think people are going to try to keep their friends safe? Do you think people are going to use them as a last resort? Do you think people are going to do what Eric said and say, I have an idol, you're not voting me tonight, and then not play it? I hope they don't get votes. Kind of an
Well,
open-ended question.
I think it's going to be both paranoia and selfishness. I don't feel like they're going to be paranoid and play it, and they're going to play it on themselves and not save their ally.
Anything else?
I feel like a lot of people, especially who haven't idol hasn't really been played yet, but I feel like whoever has an idol and are keeping quiet about it are gonna save it till the very end when they needed the most.
Okay.
I think merge is gonna be a shit show of idols.
Okay.
Oh, it really is. Like, I honestly think so too.
I think someone's gonna play an idol and merge, and then you're gonna see like 3 more pop up, and then like every vote's gonna get nullified, and there's gonna be like 2 people that can get votes.
All right.
For reals.
So now you have till 10:26 to change your vote. Message if you'd like to change your vote. Just do y'all have me? I'll have me added on Skype. I'm in your chat. So like, if you would like to change your vote, let me know. And then after that, at 10:26, I will go collect the votes, and then I will read the votes. So with that, you're now free to talk amongst yourself.
Friends.
Well, whatever happens, I love each and every one of you, and I've enjoyed playing this game with you guys.
Same.
Love everyone here.
Same.
Like, read them out.
And let's hope Billy doesn't tell someone to suck a cock this time.
Suck my cock, Eric.
There it goes.
I love you, Billy.
You were asking for it. You were literally asking for it.
Oh my gosh, true.
That's like the 5th worst thing that's been said at Tribal all season,
That
though.
was so funny. That's what made that tribal like the best.
Also, Leia, quit cross-tribing the people. I know you're watching.
I know you're watching.
The votes are pouring in. Well, actually, they're already in, but
Shout out to Tito because he's begging for one.
Tito.
I guess no one's changing their votes so far.
Shout out
I
to
think
Red
we're
because
all
he's spamming my
confident.
DMs.
I'll do this. Well, I can't. Never mind. I was just gonna ask you like one by one to confirm your votes, but then I realized if I was like, "Hey, is your vote confirmed?" and you're like, "Oh no, let me change it," that might foil your plan. So I couldn't really ask you out loud. But I'll just keep assuming no one's changing their. Okay, thank you. I think I'm in all of your production chats except Eric's, because Eric, you posted like a lot of messages one night and I just couldn't, so I had to leave.
Oh, you're not in mine either.
Oh yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Just message me on Skype.
What'd I do?
Usually
Should
I just
add
don't
you
like.
to mine or no?
No, don't add me.
Okay.
I'd end up leaving. I just don't like. I have so many like Skype chats I try to keep track of. If I'm in more and they post, it just triggers me.
Must be nice to be popular.
It's not really popular. It's just I play a lot of different games,
Yeah.
so I have to
Sometimes
have
I
like.
get added to like friend chats, and I'm like, why am I here?
Oh, shout out to Leia.
But like, I just pop in. They're like, oh, I'm adding Billy, and I'm like, I don't need your notifications.
Exactly.
My phone was going crazy today, and I was like, oh my god, something happened in T-Viver. And then I looked at my phone. It was like 100 messages from like Elliot, whatever his face is, and a call. And I was like, ugh, y'all
You're
got me
like
excited.
quick that something happened here. You're like, shit.
I was like, I'm getting blindsided, and then I was like, oh, it's just Elliot.
No.
Shout out to everyone in the chats. I got a couple
I
haters.
can't see nobody, but no, in the chats, and I respect y'all. I don't know.
I just think it's cute that Tito loves to talk shit about me, but literally had to send nudes to stay in a game. But moving on.
Who?
Well, one of you won't be staying in this game much longer.
So I didn't have to send nudes.
1 minute.
Amen.
1 minute.
I kept my
We
dignity.
will.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Tito Burrito.
Oh.
Goodbye. Next.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
For
An online game though.
I am showing the teenage public everyone's faces once again real fast because for some of you, or well, for one of you.
Did you get me in that?
I already did you.
Josh, you could counter gift me every time I post that gif of you sliding off the screen. You could put that one up of me like doing the kissy face.
I don't know what gif. You have a gif? I didn't know you had a gif.
I have a gif of you.
I know you have a gif of me. I see it. I didn't know you like.
I just made one. I just made a potential gif.
Well,
People made gifts of me and they're really funny.
All right. The time to confirm our change your votes is now over. With that being said, once I read the votes, the person has only a few seconds to say their goodbyes before I snuff their torch, and they are sent packing out of the house. Now with that, it is time for me to collect the urn.
I got a gift of that. It's fine.
Love it.
Once I read the votes, I'd like to remind you the decision is final. Now, before I read these votes, would anyone like to play a hidden immunity idol? All right, I'll take that as a no, and with that, we will start. There's 8 votes, correct? Correct, Amundo? I think I'm correct.
We still have 8.
All right, that means 5 tonight is majority. First vote. Eric. That's 1 vote, Eric. Second vote.
I don't even know it.
Ashley. That's 1 vote, Eric. 1 vote, Ashley. 6 votes left. Third vote.
I knew it.
Eric.
I
Fourth
knew it.
Vote. Ashley. That's 2 votes, Eric. 2 votes, Ashley. 4 votes left. Eric. That's 3 for Eric, 2 for Ashley, 3 votes left. Well, yeah, let's do 4 for Eric. That's 4 for Eric, 2 votes Ashley, 2 votes left.
Oh man, that sucks.
The next person voted off of T-Viver Broadway is Eric. Eric, your time is over. Please bring me your torch.
It sucks that I have to go home. I knew it was gonna happen. But you know, I know some of you lied to me and that's okay and it's completely fine. But in Survivor tradition, I'm going to snuff my own torch. The tribe is officially spoken. And I love each and every one of you. I love you, Ashley. I love you, Billy. I love you, Eli. I love you to death, Kendall. You're one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life, and I mean that. Will, you're awesome, and I'm rooting for you. Nick, you're amazing. Marcus, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you to death. See you guys later.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.
All right, with that, congratulations on staying in.
Oh, I thought you were going to say congratulations on marriage.
Day. No, I do not have that authority to be like, you're merged.
I would have been like,
but yes, congratulations on staying another day. And I guess production will contact you about whatever challenge, tribe swap, or whatever, blah, 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 they're going to do next. So with that, you may take your torches out, and we are out. Oh, Hunter has an announcement.
Oh,
we are merging.
Hell yeah, I called it. Ladies and gentlemen,
drop your buffs, bitches.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations. Are they in jury yet, Hunter?
I'm not going to tell.
He can either confirm or deny. But assuming, how many of you are left?
13.
13.
We're close.
I'm here.
If it was a final 3, that means their jury would be 10. Yeah. And if it was a final 2, that means their jury would be 11. So you never know. You never know. All right.
Jury starts now.
If it starts now. But good luck.